Welcome to this custom-tailored deep dive. Today we're actually digging into a pretty dense product page from HDTVSupply.
Yeah, we're looking at the QSC server Core X10.
Right. And our mission today is really to decode this thing, to figure out the fascinating secret behind how massive modern audiovisual systems actually operate.
Because it's a lot more centralized than you might think.
Exactly. And looking at the specs, what it immediately stands out to me is just the sheer density of it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's an $8,600 piece of gear that handles an insane amount of data, but it fits into a tiny 1RU form factor.
Basically the size of a pizza box.
Yeah, very expensive pizza box.
Right. But that form factor really highlights the major shift happening right now. The documentation calls it an X-class processor.
Which sounds cool, but what does X-class actually mean in this context?
Well, it means we're seeing the convergence of the QSYS full-stack AV platform with standard off-the-shelf enterprise IT server hardware.
So moving away from the old analog stuff.
Exactly. Historically, you'd have these clunky, separate, proprietary AV boxes in every single room of a university or corporate HQ.
Just isolated everywhere. A nightmare to manage, I'm sure.
A complete nightmare. But now, everything is run on one centralized IT brain.
Which makes troubleshooting way easier. Instead of crawling under desks looking for a tangled wire in Lecture Hall 4B, you just check the softflow dashboard.
Precisely. An IT manager controls the entire topology from the network.
Okay, but let's talk about the actual numbers here because they are staggering. It handles 256 by 256 networked audio channels.
Right, and they mention it has 3 times the processing power of the older Core 24 model.
3 times. That's a huge jump.
It really is. Think about what that means practically. With that kind of channel count and processing overhead, you could realistically route the audio for an entire wing of a campus through just this one slim server.
Just sitting quietly down in the basement.
Exactly. And it's not just routing standard mics and speakers either.
No, you have to factor in the communication side too. It handles up to 32 VoIP soft phones at the exact same time.
Right, so it's juggling the digital phone systems for all those different rooms simultaneously.
And there's also a 256 gigabyte media drive built right into it.
Which might just sound like regular storage, but in this context, it actually holds over 400 hours of uncompressed audio.
That's 48 kilohertz 24-bit audio, right?
Yep. Having that massive library of high-fidelity media stored directly on the edge device means you aren't clogging up your network.
Because you don't have to stream heavy files from external servers.
Exactly. You save tons of bandwidth.
Okay, let's connect this to the bigger picture. Unless you are an IT director actively buying commercial rack gear, why does this matter to you listening right now?
It matters because you definitely interact with this technology.
All the time, probably.
Absolutely. Whenever you're in a perfectly synced higher education lecture hall or a sprawling hospitality venue.
Where the video displays and the overhead audio and the touch screens just magically work together.
Right. That magic is actually a singular software-based foundation like the X10 managing everything. From the venue-wide background music all the way down to a specific localized collaboration space.
So it really represents this massive shift from tangled, messy hardware setups to clean, highly scalable, software-driven AV management.
It is a fundamental change in how we think about infrastructure.
Which kind of leaves us with an interesting final thought to mull over.
Yeah. If these massive venues and corporate networks are already centralizing their entire audio-visual experience onto a single invisible IT server...
It makes you wonder.
Exactly. How long until this level of flawless, centralized AV processing scales down and takes over our own personal smart homes?